Hi, this is Peter Godinez, your ambassador with KDYTV.com. Good morning, Oxnard. I'm always so excited to interview all my guests, but this particular guest, I've had about 2 years experience. You can see by her smile that she's done this before, but it's Gloria Massey Chinea. And she is actually representing the Election Integrity Project California, which I believe is something that's really important to what's going on in 2018. Is what you call it, the season, what is it?
Well, we're gonna have 3 seasons this year.
3 seasons.
Three
okay,
seasons.
And name those 3 seasons for
Let
us.
me tell you, Peter.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're very well. I'm excited about being here.
I'm excited to be here and excited to say good morning, Oxnard, because the Election Integrity Project California in Ventura County is real and it's alive. And thank you for being here, and thank you for inviting me.
It's exciting, and you know, for myself, whatever side you're on, I think there's some components that really need to take place to have a real successful 2018, especially in the election. And what you do is actually, I think, one of those foundational things to happen. So what are the goals of your organization in regards to the components, the people? Can you give our audience in Oxnard, the 80,000 registered voters are out there that are going to be stepping into the polls for this season?
Let me tell you,
okay.
The Election Integrity Project California is a 501c3 organization, nonpartisan. And what we want is integrity in the process. And Peter, you're right. We're gonna have 3 seasons because there's gonna be 3 elections in this area, especially in Oxnard. 3 elections.
3 of them.
That means that today we are 86 days away from the first election.
And that first election is what date?
The first election is happening May the 1st of 2018.
Put that on your calendars.
Yes, it's important because you need to go out and vote. And that is important because we are doing the recall for the vote for the recall, the special election in Oxnard. So I'm going to explain to you and my audience what is the election season. The election season, May the 1st, is the election day. Election day is when you go out and vote. But naturally, what happens is that you have 29 days prior to the election and 30 days after the election day. That's what we call the election season. So if we're having 3 types of election, the May 1st, the primary that's happening in June, and the midterm election, which is happening in November, we're gonna have 3 different types of election season. So I am motivated because I wanna motivate people in Oxnard especially to become part of what we are in Election Integrity Project Ventura County.
Now, what's involved in the process of integrating integrity into the process of voting? Can you give a real simple, even for me to understand, a 6th grader mentality?
Basically, your vote is your voice, right? So what you want is that vote to count for whatever your beliefs are. And what we want is integrity. And that's what motivated me to be part of this. Let me share with you.
Please, please.
When I was a healthcare administrator at one of the local hospitals, that I was there for 21 years, you know, we had somebody called JACO, or Joint Commission, and we have every so often people checking us, right? And we love the idea of having them come and see the great work that we did. We had an open book. That's what JACO is all about. They want the best for the patients and for the clients. I'm an ex-administrator of a residential care facility for the elderly in Oxnard. We had the state coming in and checking us out. Why? Because it's an oversight group. It's somebody that wanted us to maintain the integrity in the process, to do the best for the community, right?
Right.
So what we are and what we are doing in the Election Integrity Project California especially in Ventura County, we're devising a strategy to be able to be an oversight group helping the process, helping the Ventura County Recorder's Office be part of the process and have eyes in the process. They're doing a great job, but naturally, we want to be able to be observant. And that's what we are recruiting people. We are teaching people about the election code. We're teaching people what to observe in the election process the day of the election day or in the election season. We're working with the people that make decisions for us, but we are working together to make it complete. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You know, you put one piece on the other and it makes a beautiful picture. And that's what we want to do in Oxnard.
That's a good analogy. Now, there are 3 different ways to vote. And a third is kind of like the trick question portion of it. But obviously, there's going to the polls, like a lot of people do. And then there's the absentee vote. And there's a third one, which is my favorite. Do you know what that is?
What? Which one?
It's going to the actual county center and going to the election department and getting the VIP treatment right there and not having just one day to go. Do you ever do that?
You know what? They're awesome. We've done that ourselves. And we just go because we enjoy the process of voting, because it's our voice. It is what we need to do. As American citizens, we need to be able to say what we think, and what we think is through the vote. So, to tell you the truth, there is 2 ways of voting.
Okay.
What we call the in-person, and then the mail-in. But the mail-in, it's differentiated by 2 ways. The one that you request, and some of us do that, we request that process, and some of them are mandated by the recorder's office, because there's 250 or less people in that area, and they assign you a mandated mailing box. The difference there, Peter, an audience, is that basically is the mail-in is a yellow envelope, and the mandated mail-in is blue. So 2 ways of voting. In person, and those are a little bit different because you have to go to the poll and exercise your right to vote as a citizen of the United States of America. And the other one is the one that you request, and you are able to take them to the poll, or you're able to take them to the recorder's office. So those are the things that I want people to know, and that's what we're hoping to train people about.
And I saw a application. There are various types of positions that you can sign up for. Did you want to talk about some of those positions?
Yes, we've created a format to be able to create awareness and people to volunteer with our organization. And naturally, I am the Ventura County Election Integrity Project Coordinator. And what we need in each of the cities, especially in Oxnard, people that will be an assistant community coordinator, or a poll observer, or what we call the poll observation volunteer. And then we have people that are wanting to help us with data entry, people that would like to be able to support the system. So there's different categories, and it depends on the time that you have, the time that you have as an audience, what you want to be involved with, and how do you want to be involved with. And you know what? The beautiful part of it, Peter, yo hablo español. Yo también te puedo ayudar a ti. Tú también te puedes involucrar. So the important thing is naturally to be able to be an observer or a volunteer observer. You need to speak English and write English. But naturally, if you don't understand something, yo te explico en español. I'll explain to you in Spanish. That's what I mean. We want to be inclusive. We want you to partake in the process. We want you to make a difference in the community. You can be the trailblazer. We can bring observation into the polling place and work with our system that we currently have. So I thank you for this opportunity and for me to reach out to the people, because as a naturally, the Election Integrity Project California is a 501c3. So we depend in people's time and devotion and wanting to make a difference in your community. So naturally, I'm available to be to you, to talk to you, to be in your service organizations, in your if you are running for a position, I'm willing to work with your team so they can understand what it is. You know, this is about getting observations and getting integrity in the process. La integridad es sumamente importante en el proceso. Así que yo dependo de ti. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, de nada. As I say, this is exciting. It's one of the reasons why I love spending time with you. And I'm looking at your lesser better half, Orlando over there. I want to acknowledge him, but no, you're right. I mean, it's simple in Oxnard. We were talking to her at Calisthenics. There are over 200,000 citizens in Oxnard. There's 80,000 that are actually registered, and you know, sadly, not a whole lot of people get out and vote or even register, so I'm trying to encourage people to go out and vote. Have fun with it. You take that envelope and just wave it around that you're going to mail it during the day, that type. Take a picture of it, put it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you're going to do. I mean, have some fun with it. Tell people, let's get some excitement going on, because there's so much good happening in our community of Oxnard, but the integrity part of it, the process is so fascinating. You did such a great job in both languages.
Peter.
Talk to me.
It is your middle name, integrity.
I thought
it should be. It should be your middle name. Gloria, integrity, Massey, Chinea. Because that's the whole part of it. You need to get involved. You need to be able to, your voice, it's your vote. Since I've been 18 years of age, I've never missed a vote. So join me.
We will join you. And with that, we're going to bring a wrap on this one. Again, thank you so much, Gloria and Rolando, for joining us here on Good Morning Oxnard, KADYTV.com. Peter Godinez, your ambassador. Until next time.
Thank you.